If you're thinking about getting an Old English Bully, stop everything you're doing right now, because there are some things nobody tells you about this breed. That could completely change your mind. This video will reveal secrets, surprises, and hard truths that many breeders and owners avoid talking about maybe because they're afraid. It'll scare potential buyers away, but these truths can save you tons of stress, money, and even heartbreak down the road. I'm not just talking about the cost of buying one of these dogs. I'm talking about their health, temperament, lifestyle needs, and even the way they fedora. Don't fit into your everyday life. Old English Bullies look amazing in photos, broad chests, big heads, muscular bodies, and eyes that practically beg you to love them. But are they truly the right dog for everyone? Or are there hidden factors that make this breed a terrible fit for some people? If you're considering bringing one of these beautiful giants into your home, it's absolutely critical you hear everything I'm about to share. First off, let's talk about size. Many people confuse Old English Bullies with regular English Bulldogs, thinking they're just a bigger version of the same dog. That's not exactly true. Old English Bullies can weigh anywhere between 50 and 80 pounds, sometimes even more. They stand taller, have longer legs, and carry a much more athletic frame. This means they take up more space in your house. They need stronger leashes and collars. And believe it or not, they can knock things over with a single wag of their thick tail. Imagine a coffee table clearing swipe that sends your remote, your coffee mug, and your phone crashing to the floor. It's funny until it happens to you. So, if you live in a small apartment, or have delicate furniture, or small children, you might want to rethink whether this breed is truly practical for your lifestyle. But here's something even more important: energy levels. Unlike the classic English Bulldog, who's often described as lazy and happy to lounge on the couch all day, the Old English Bully is an athletic, high-energy dog. They're descended from working and fighting dogs bred to be strong and resilient, which means they need exercise every single day. We're talking long walks, runs, play sessions, and mental stimulation. If you skip that, they can get bored, anxious, or destructive. That's when you'll start seeing chewed-up shoes, shredded cushions, or even holes dug into your yard. Many first-time owners underestimate this. They look at those cute puppy faces and think, oh, he'll be fine in my apartment. But an under-exercised Old English Bully can become a real handful. If your lifestyle is too busy, or you hate the idea of daily walks, this might not be the breed for you. And speaking of being a handful, let's talk about training. Old English Bullies are incredibly intelligent, but with that intelligence comes a stubborn streak that can drive owners crazy. These dogs are independent thinkers. They're not mindless robots waiting for you to command them. They'll test you, challenge your authority, and sometimes pretend they didn't hear you just to see what happens next. Training an Old English Bully requires patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement. Yelling or harsh punishment will backfire completely and can make the dog fearful or aggressive. Many professional trainers say that an Old English Bully can either become the most well-mannered dog you've ever owned or your worst nightmare, depending on how you handle them in those crucial early months. So, if you're not committed to serious training from day one, think twice before bringing one home. Now, let's talk about health. One of the biggest reasons people choose Old English Bullies over standard English Bulldogs is because they're supposedly healthier. And it's true to an extent. Old English Bullies were bred to fix some of the extreme health problems seen in traditional English Bulldogs, like severe breathing issues due to their flat faces, joint problems, and skin infections. However, that doesn't mean they're immune to health problems. Old English Bullies can still suffer from hip dysplasia, skin allergies, cherry eye, and breathing difficulties, especially if they're bred poorly. Vet bills can rack up quickly, and insurance doesn't always cover everything. So, if you're buying an Old English Bully thinking you'll dodge all those expensive vet visits that plague other Bulldog breeds, think again. Responsible breeding is key, but even then, no dog comes with a health guarantee. Let's dive into costs, because this is where many people get a shock. Buying an Old English Bully from a reputable breeder can cost anywhere from $2,500 to over $6,000. Zero, depending on bloodlines, color rarity, and breeder reputation. But the initial purchase price is just the beginning. These dogs eat a lot. A high-quality diet for a medium to large dog can easily run $60 to $120 per month. You'll also need sturdy toys, strong leashes, big crates, and possibly higher insurance premiums. And don't forget the vet bills, which can be higher than average because Bulldogs often require specialized care. There's also grooming, even though they have short coats, because they're prone to skin folds and infections. So, if you're on a tight budget, bringing an Old English Bully home might not be as smart. Move financially. Another thing that surprises many new owners is the drool. While they're not as slobbery as some Mastiff breeds, Old English Bullies can still produce a fair amount of drool, especially after eating, drinking, or getting excited. That means splatters on your floor, walls, and sometimes even your clothes. And those big jowls can trap water, so you'll often see trails of water across your kitchen after your dog takes a drink. It's not a huge problem if you're prepared, but it can definitely catch first-time owners off guard. If the idea of wiping dog drool off your walls every day makes you cringe, you might want to consider another breed. It's a small detail, but one that can seriously affect your daily routine. Now, let's talk about personality. Old English Bullies are known for being loving, loyal, and protective of their families. They're often great with children and can be very social with other pets if socialized properly, but they can also be territorial and sometimes wary of strangers. This means they can become excellent watchdogs, but it also means you'll need to dedicate time to socializing them so they don't become overly suspicious or reactive. A poorly socialized Old English Bully can become nervous, bark excessively, or even show aggression toward unfamiliar people or animals. So, if you're not ready to put in the effort to expose your dog to new sights, sounds, and experiences from an early age, you might end up with behavioral issues that are hard to fix later. One question people always ask is whether Old English Bullies make good family dogs. The short answer is yes, but with conditions. They're fantastic companions, deeply affectionate and playful, which makes them wonderful around kids. But because of their size and strength, they can accidentally knock over small children during play. They're also not the kind of dog you can leave alone all day. They crave human attention and can develop separation anxiety if left isolated for long periods. That means if you work long hours, outside the home, or travel a lot, this breed might not be the best fit for your household. The truth is, Old English Bullies thrive in homes where they're part of the family's daily life, not just left in the backyard or crate for hours on end. Let's not forget about shedding. Many people look at the Old English Bully's short coat and think, oh, he won't shed much. Unfortunately, that's not true. These dogs shed a moderate amount year-round and sometimes heavily during seasonal changes. You'll find hair on your clothes, your furniture, and pretty much anywhere your dog likes to nap. Regular brushing helps, but it doesn't completely stop the shedding. If you're the kind of person who wants a perfectly clean house without any pet hair, this breed might drive you crazy. It's not as extreme as a Husky or German Shepherd, but it's enough that you'll be vacuuming more often than you might expect. Before we wrap up, let's talk about where to get your Old English Bully. This is one of the biggest decisions you'll make. Never buy from puppy mills, backyard breeders, or online sellers who can't show you health clearances or let you visit the dogs in person. A reputable breeder should be transparent, show you where the puppies are raised, and answer all your questions about health testing, lineage, and temperament. Alternatively, you can check breed-specific rescues where you might find older bullies looking for loving homes. Adoption fees are often lower, and you'll be giving a dog a second chance. But whether you choose to buy or adopt, do your research. A bad breeder can mean a lifetime of health and behavior problems for your dog, and heartbreak for you. So, should you get an Old English Bully? Only you can answer that, but now you're armed with the real facts most people won't tell you. They're incredible dogs, but they're not for everyone. They're strong, stubborn, high energy, and sometimes expensive. But if you have the time, patience, and resources, they can be one of the most loyal and loving companions you'll ever have. Don't let those adorable puppy faces fool you into rushing into a decision you're not ready for. Take your time, learn everything you can, and make the choice that's right for your lifestyle. And remember, the right dog in the wrong home can become a nightmare for both the dog and the owner. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest insights about Bulldog breeds. See you in the next one.